I was lonely.
I was stagnant.
How to be a good partner. I was confused.
I was depressed.
I wanted to be enough.
Had what I thought was a perfect life, a good job that I loved. I was married to my high school sweetheart. The company I was working for merged with somebody else, and I didn't know if I was going to have a job. And then my wife, I could feel us drifting apart. My dad passed away right in the middle of all that. I went from being the person that had everything under control and the person that everybody came to for everything to being lost.
I had just graduated college. I found myself being in a season of stagnation. I felt stuck. It seemed like I couldn't go any further. The things I knew to do were no longer working. I was depressed.
Kwa sababu maisha yangu kweli ilikuwa sio ya furaha. Na nilikuwa nafikiria, aidha nilikuwa najihisi kwamba labda sifai tena kuishi kwa sababu ya vitu ambavyo nilikuwa napitia, aidha vitu ambavyo niliwahi kupitia maisha. Lakini nimeshukuru Mungu, nikainuka tena na mimi nikasema, kumbe na mimi ni mwanadamu.
My wife and I, we struggled with fertility and starting a family. Going through that and going through miscarriages as a husband, watching a mother go through those miscarriages was hard and confusing for me because I didn't know how to come alongside her in that deep grief of a mother. I was powerless. What drew me to this organization over 6 years ago was just seeing the need for mental health services for families and seeing the effect that counseling has on an entire family unit.
HopeNet was founded over 30 years ago by Dr. Paul Davis. We were founded out of the Summer of Mercy. There were a lot of abortion protests, and Dr. Paul really felt strongly that as Christians, if we are going to tell people to keep your baby, that we really need to be there as a support system for someone as they move forward in life. What we quickly found out is that people were coming to us kind of repeat over and over again, and there was more to the story than just that. So we looked at really getting to the root of what's going on with someone, and that's where the mental health piece came in.
It seems that there is a tipping point in their lives where different circumstances have all led up to this moment where they know or they've been told from someone they love and trust that they really need to seek some help. And so they come through our doors. And generally at that point, they'll describe that they feel like something in their life is falling apart. So that may be generational poverty that impacts them. That could be chronic illness or the death or loss of a loved one that they didn't anticipate. It could be the loss of a job that led to loss of home and assets and brings them to a place where they don't feel like they can move forward anymore.
But there came a time when you said, we have to get on the other side of this. We have to get on the side of prevention so that we can slow the line at the door. So we began to do that.
So at HopeNet, we offer 3 main services. We have counseling, we have coaching, and we have training services. And we offer an ability to pay scale so that anybody could offer counseling at a rate that is affordable and accessible to them, which is really important to us. We want wellness to be accessible to all in Wichita. When someone comes to HopeNet, they are generally at a place where they do not feel like they can help themselves anymore. They've tried everything. If they could pull themselves up by their own bootstraps, they would do it.
Most of the clients we served are under-resourced. They don't have the ability to get professional mental health care. So really our purpose is to eliminate every barrier to get people into services that they need. I think people don't realize that there are some basic things that people need that they don't know how to get. So sometimes it's just as simple as saying, well, this is how you get your driver's license.
And so they come to us and they are vulnerable and they are asking for help, and we're ready to help them.
With HopeNet, I have progressed in several capacities. Beyond therapy, I've been able to take advantage of several of their programs. I was in the Getting Ahead program. I'm very excited and proud about all of those things and what that means in the future, so I'm able to pour back in what has been given to me.
For 7 years now, my wife has been in counseling to help her through her anxiety, and it's been a huge blessing for our family because she is getting the tools and resources that she needs to address the anxiety. But it's also helped us with our family, and it's helping, and we're better parents because of it. I think I'm a better worker because of it. I recognize anxiety in staff. It's reached really far in who it's impacted.
And through HopeNet, I've found that my story's not written yet. I get to make it whatever I want it to be or need it to be, and that's very exciting to have that process ahead of me and get to write my own story now that my past story was about taking care of everybody else around me. And now it just gets to be about me for the most part, and then and I get to help a lot of people because of that freedom.
Ingia studio kurekodi kabisa ile stack. Lakini baada ya kuja ku HopeNet wamenisaidia tena, hata hivi tena nakuwa nafikiria tena kuanza. Na kabla sijakuja ku HopeNet nilikuwa na ndoto ambazo nilikuwa nazo, lakini hizo ndoto zilikuwa zimeisha kabisa kwa sababu ya depress na mawazo kuwa mengi na mateso nilikuwa napitia. Lakini baada ya kuja ku HopeNet wakanisaidia na leo niko hapa. Hata afya yangu kwa sasa hivi naweza nikasema, kwanza niko na furaha, pili nimekuwa na afya njema, nimepata hata appetite ya kula, tatu namshukuru Mungu kwa sababu dream zangu zote na ndoto zangu zote zimerudi, nimeanza tena kutumika gisi nilikuwa mbele.
The impact of HopeNet on our community is vast and wide. So a client that comes and can meet their potential can then potentially go into the workforce. They can be a more present mom or more present dad.
That's the beauty of HopeNet, is that you're helping someone to help themselves, to move along, to get ahead, so that this trajectory for them changes.
HopeNet empowers people to be who they were created to be.
We can change lives, and that could be your neighbor. That could be the woman at the grocery store that you may never have a relationship with. That could be your child or your sister.
I believe that when we are intentional with the resources that we have that are on board, that when we are freely sharing and being intentional about connecting people to resources, people to people, I just believe it helps, it elevates, it changes the trajectory for so many people. And overall, so that all can be well. Not just a few, but that all can be well.
Because of HopeNet, I feel I can flourish again.
I am able to be a better husband.
I'm secure in what I have to give.
I am capable, I am loved, I am enough.
I'm secure in that I am enough.
I am able to care for people.
I am victorious.
Do you want Wichita to be well? That's one thing that HopeNet is standing on.